Dominic Tadero. I'm 20. I've been in the business for 13 years now. I live in Fancy Farm, Kentucky, and I guess my favorite quote would have to be, do or do not. There is no try. I think that's Chewbacca.
My name is Josh Jor. I'm from Los Angeles, Missouri. And I've been acting ever since I was 4.
Well, actually, I'm from Fancy Farm, Kentucky. It's a small town, a one-horse town, but it's got a lot of rich cinematic history. 2 great films were actually filmed there, one being A Birth of a Nation, and the other was Blade Runner, ironically.
So I was really swept into the industry at an early age for a series of PSAs advocating for child labor, I believe. It was a really integral role. Some of my lines were, I love working with 50-year-old men, or I am so glad my tiny fingers can fit into these large caliber bullet casings.
Yeah, it's the scene where Harrison Ford he's running around with the horse or something, and he ends up having to actually kill the horse to put it out of its misery. I've never actually seen the movie, so I'm not entirely sure.
But as I grew older, my roles started to get more serious and emotional in nature, so I found myself having to really draw in from my real-life experiences, especially my estranged relationship with my father. I don't know, in some early films, you could kind of see me say things like, Dad! Dad, where are you, Dad? Come back! Or, cereal is a perfect dinner!
And my first gig ever I was originally slated to be Kevin McAllister's character in Home Alone 1. I was supposed to be Kevin McAllister, but 2 or 3 days into shooting, I had a horrible accident. I broke my arm, and they decided to use Macaulay Culkin instead, but that's what happens, and I'm used to that happening. It's happened many times.
Yeah, so one of the big moments that I continually draw from, even today, is a conversation I had from my father around the age of 10 or 12. I had this real long presentation as to why I should be able to eat Lucky Charms for dinner. See, some of my key points in it were they're a carbohydrate, they have sugars, they have both marsh and mellow.
Well, a lot of famous people actually have changed their names for the stage. Famously, O'Shea Jackson Sr., you may know him as Ice Cube. And I think it was the age of 11 or 12, I sued my father because I wanted to change my name to Dominic Disney World. And let me tell you, Mickey did not like that. I was subpoenaed very hard, and my father ended up having to pay a sum of approximately $150,000 for that whole fiasco.
They remind me of those rainbow flags that I typically see now. It's one of those things where I just want to be like, wow, I want to experience that rainbow flag every night for dinner.
After that, I thought to myself, I should probably dabble in stunt work, being a stuntman, the guys that run around on fire, because obviously, celebrities don't want to be running around on fire, and, my whole life growing up, people always seem to call me, retardant. They called me retardant, fire retardant, growing up, so I thought it would be just fitting if I was a stuntman.
Oh, this? Yeah, well, as you know, the old adage goes, dress for success. Well, up until about a month ago, I'd always interpreted it as dress for sex. Really drained my bank account.
Well, most notably, people will probably recognize me from my roles in The Sixth Sense and The Walking Dead. In The Sixth Sense, at the dinner time scene, where Bruce Willis is eating with his wife, I'm actually in the background. I'm the restaurant entertainer. You'll see me out playing guitar on some cuts of it.
Anna. Happy anniversary.
And then in The Walking Dead, I actually had a reoccurring role in the first season. They called me Almost Steve because I almost got saved by Rick and the gang.
Nice moves there, Clint Eastwood. You the new sheriff?
Yeah, so one of my breakout roles, my definitive breakout role was in Toy Story 2 at the beginning of the film as one of Andy's friends. Yeah, I really drew from my personal experiences with that one.
Everyone in the living room. Oh, my dad,
Excited about this.
Can I have your toy? So, I guess my most recent role was in Kingsman: The Secret Service. I was one of the churchgoers in the infamous church scene. That was me. Yeah, after, I don't know, 20, 30 takes, they decided to remove me from the scene, but looking back on it, I kind of take that as a blessing. Those people died.
Well, for anyone trying to get into the business, you know, it's important to get your name out there in any way possible, you know. And for me, it happened to be trying to change my name to Disney World, or trying to light myself on fire and famously peeing my pants multiple times in high school. And it's just got me on many people's lists, you know. I'm on Fancy Farm High School's list most likely to be unsuccessful. I'm on the sexual offender list, and I'm actually on the no-fly list also. You know, and that name recognition is all you need to land a role. I've been in multiple PSAs. Well, I'm ready to work. I'm really strong. I have had a couple jobs before. Pretty much, hire me.
There are 3 things that I would like to leave you with: child labor, beautiful women, pornography. Looks like I need a new agent.